And welcome back to another special edition of Grind.Music.Repeat. It's your host, Draquan HoodRockTV, whatever y'all look like to do with that right there. Got a special guest today, Mrs. CharMeka Joquelle. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm lovely. I'm lovely. Like you said, though, this is a different kind of operate now right here. Oh, yeah. With
It's
the
early.
chicken. Yeah, with the chickens getting to it. So, let's provide the people with some background information on you, or a little small introduction for people that not too familiar with who you are.
Okay. My name is CharMeka Joquelle. I'm from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. I'm a Southern Soul artist. A part of King George Music Group,
Hmm.
and I just love to sing and do my thing on stage. Me and King George kind of have a popular song right now called "Grown Man," which is
Yeah,
probably the song that most of you guys know me for.
yeah.
But other than that, that's it. That's about it.
Okay. So let's let's get a introduction into music though. Like how do you get started like singing and making music? Like what does that start like for you?
Got you. So I've been singing since I was a child.
Hmm.
So music is kind of a second nature thing. It's just how you just wake up one day and you realize
Yeah.
you're good at something. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what it was for me. But as an adult, like creating music, a lot of times I get inspiration from like things that I go through in life, or
Yeah.
just my vibe. I'm pretty much a good vibe. I make a
Hmm.
lot of feel good music. Songs that you can bop to,
Yeah.
songs that anybody could listen to, old people, young people. That's kind of my lane that I like to stay in.
Hmm.
Specifically because I have children, they're like my number one fans, and they
Yeah.
listen to all my music. So I
Hmm.
try to create like a clean, fun music that the whole family can enjoy. But I hear ideas in my head, and maybe I'll create voice memos and send them
Hmm.
to the people that I work with.
Yeah.
And we just go from there.
Okay. That's beautiful. Kind of similar to my process. Okay. So like as like you said, inspirations, like what's some other acts or artists in music that inspire you to create how you create?
So like some of my favorite artists are not necessarily Southern Soul artists. But growing up, I used to like to listen to a lot of gospel music for one.
Hmm.
I like the Walls group. Whitney Houston is a favorite of mine.
Ooh,
Jasmine
that's the
Sullivan, like some
yeah.
Brandy,
Hmm.
Anita Baker.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a variety. Some guys, of course, Michael Jackson and the
Hmm.
great guys as well. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I just like that good soul music. It doesn't have to be Southern soul. There are multiple genres, country, gospel, that
Hmm.
I really kind of hone into. But I feel like when you listen to my music, you can kind of tell who I'm a fan of, by
Yeah.
certain things that I do, or maybe like covers or something that I might add in or something like that.
Okay. So like what was like your first introduction to Southern Soul music like? Like what was that like? Did you I just heard this over here, somebody was doing it, or I seen a step that I liked and I
No,
was
it's a
like, "Man,
funny it's a funny
yeah."
story. When I so King George, when during
Hmm.
the pandemic, his music like really had a taken off. He
Hmm.
ended up doing a concert in North Carolina, kind of close to where I lived, and I reached out to the promoter and was like, I wanted to come. So
Yeah.
she got me a ticket. She's now my booking manager, Lakeisha Farrar. Shout out to
Okay.
Keisha.
Shout out to her.
But I went to the concert, and I was like such a fan at the time.
Hmm.
His music had just blown up, and I knew all the songs. So I made it my business to get down there. So I was like front and center at the stage, and I was singing the songs all loud and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he wrote the music down. He was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who was that up here singing my song better than me? This and
Oh, he
my friends were
singled you
behind
out.
my head pointing to me. And so he passed me the mic type thing.
Yeah.
And after the show, he, found me on social media. And after a while, not like right away, but some
Hmm.
months went by, and he reached out to me and was just like, "Hey, we want to get you on the team." And at the time, he needed a background singer, and so I ended up
Okay.
singing background for him. And while we were working and creating, we ended up creating Grown Man,
Mm.
and it just kind of went from there. Before we even dropped Grown Man, I was already getting bookings. On the Southern Soul side, I had started
Mhm.
creating some Southern Soul music, and it's just
Yeah,
been like up ever since from that
yeah.
moment.
Okay. Okay, that's amazing. So like your kind of introduction was like your kind of like red carpet rollout was like, yeah, you
Real,
know what?
yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. That it's just, just
Excuse
let
me.
it happen,
Yeah,
let the snow fall. You just never know.
you
That's
never
amazing
know.
though. Yeah, that's amazing. So like what's some challenges that you like early challenges like in this like getting this like grassroots movement off the ground, like as far as like that, some of them challenges you think you faced or you still encounter?
So I'm gonna be honest, my journey's been kind of a smooth one.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem that I had, of course, doing Southern Soul is actually doing Southern Soul because it was something that I never did before.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that it's, too hard of a type of music to create, but I was just so used to doing like gospel. I was a part of an R&B cover band. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I had thought about what direction I wanted to go musically, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
actually think about Southern Soul. So
Okay.
actually getting into the genre and like listening to other artists and trying to figure out like what's hot now,
Yeah.
because a lot of times when you think of blues, it's like the older, the artists that have been doing this for such a long time, like pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
And so being a young girl, coming into the genre, I had to study. To be
Yeah.
honest, I had to study. I had to go to shows and
Mm-hmm.
see like what people like to hear and just put my swing on it. So that
Yeah.
was like the most complicated thing. But as far as like obstacles, it's been pretty much a smooth ride. I've had great help and great support. So yeah, we've been vibing.
Okay. Okay, man, I'm talking about right here, Grind.Music.Repeat, 810 studios, like so like as an artist, like just independently, like what's some of the different ways that you can see yourself growing?
So I mean, I never feel like I can cap out on how far I can go. I feel like the sky is literally the limit. So I just try to keep the grind going. I'm
Mm-hmm.
one of those people where I respect the grind. Like I know sometimes for artists, opportunities fall right out of the sky. But there are other artists who, have to grind for a few years before
Yeah.
they're presented with the opportunities that they deserve.
Yeah.
So I just try to stay grounded, keep my
Mm-hmm.
heart and my mind right, and just keep putting out that good music until it's time for a bigger opportunity. But I'm totally grateful and content with where I am right now. Just I've come so far, as far as like growth as an artist and as just as a person in general. So I'm just kind of loving the ride along. I'm down for the ride along.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. So okay, I got this thing though, the beat selection process. How, like, I mean, do y'all, is these tunes like just like found, is they created, like how do y'all, what's
So
that process on there?
yeah, so believe it or not, majority of my songs, with the exception of like Grown Man and some
Mm-hmm.
features that I have done,
Yeah.
they were created from scratch. I'll hear a
Mm-hmm.
tune. I normally hear my hooks first, like
Mm-hmm.
my choruses, and
Okay.
I call my producer and I make a little voice memo and sing like, "Hey, put some music to this for me," and then we start creating from there. When
Mm-hmm.
I first started, I wasn't very good at writing to beats because I'm so used to creating things, just from ideas that I hear in my head. So sometimes it's hard to hear inspiration from music that you didn't actually create inside your heart.
Mm-hmm.
um but I'm getting better with it now. Like I'm a very good writer, but like I said, most of my stuff comes from inspiration of my own.
Yeah.
But and my producer that I work with, we've been working since high school. He goes by William Symphony, but we call him D.
Okay. Shout out to him.
um yeah, he's from North Carolina as well, but we've been
Oh
working
yeah.
since high school.
Okay.
So we kind of have a compatibility. He kind of can read my mind to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
So we work really well together. I'm trying to expand and continue to grow with writing to beats because a lot of times producers send me stuff and they, like, hey, see what you can do with this or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But it just takes me a little bit longer to sit in
Okay.
it and, get some feels for it.
Okay. Okay. So like as far as like for the you and the King George record, like was they like a conversation had about like what you wanted to do up there, or was it just like a I just went with a certain kind of flow? Like what was that
No, the
conversation like?
beat and the hook was already created by
Okay.
Kang 803.
Mm-hmm.
And we had already talked about, getting a collaboration in or whatever. So when I came in and we started recording the song, I wrote my verse.
Mm-hmm.
And they were they were filling in, and so I ended up writing George's verse as well. And
Okay.
we just it just came to life. Like when we first heard it the first time, we were like, oh yeah, this the one. This the one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a collaborative thing. But it was like magic, honestly. It didn't take
Yeah.
me long to write. I really enjoyed the vibe on it, and he told me what he wanted the song to kind of be
Mm-hmm.
about, and so I just went in that lane.
Say she needs
I
somebody.
need somebody that's gon' treat me right.
Say she needs somebody.
I need somebody that's gon' love me all night. Don't want no part-time lover, no one night stand. I'm a grown woman, I need a grown
Say
man.
she needs
I need
somebody.
somebody that's gon' treat me right.
Say she needs
I need
somebody.
somebody that's
Okay. Okay. So like, do you ever like, you ever feel like people will be like, yeah, we want to hear that song again, but do you ever be like, what? I got some new stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like, or do it
N-
you just balance that out, or how you
No,
feel
not
about that?
necessarily. I
Okay.
want them to play whatever I'm a part of as many times as they want to. They can
Mm-hmm.
sing it, they can dance, they can
Yeah.
play it 50 times if they would
Yeah.
like to. But yes, I do have other music that also has, some traction to it.
Yeah.
And once people kind of you become a favorable artist, they will start typing in your name and they will do the
Yeah.
research for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I try to always promote my other music. A lot of shows me and George are actually on together, so I don't even do
Yeah.
the song in my set. I do all my other
Mm-hmm.
songs, and then
Okay.
I'll perform that song with
Yeah.
him. Being that that's like one of our bangers.
Mm.
But sometimes I perform it twice. I don't
Yeah.
care. It's like if y'all
Yeah.
want to hear it over and over again, I'm gonna sing it
Mm-hmm.
for y'all as many times as y'all like.
Okay. Okay. So let's. Okay. So you got a writing process. Um, you come up with your own emotion to create your music, and you record in the studio and you perform on stage. What you like the most? You like being on that stage, or is it just that studio aspect? What you like the most?
Ooh, that's tricky. I don't know. I think they're about equal because like the
Mm-hmm.
studio process, that's like me trying to create the best watered down version of the song that I can, because of course you want to do all your cute and fancy stuff live.
Yeah.
It's what it's what makes people love the song even more.
Mm-hmm.
So like being on stage, my favorite part of being on stage is honestly the interaction with the fans
Yeah.
and even the strangers, to be honest, because they come most of the time at Southern Soul shows, they come to party.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they already there to have a good time, regardless of whether they know your music or they don't know your music. They gonna
Mm-hmm.
listen and they gonna interact, and we gonna have a good time. And so from city to city,
Yeah.
state to state, that's new fans, new
Yeah.
followers, new people to just make best of what God gives me. So I can't say one or the other. I
Yeah.
do like doing studio work though, because that develops me as an artist. That's you know ways of a training, if you will, like because you have
Okay.
to stack and you have to sing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over, and you hear new little inspirations while you're recording.
Yeah.
So it's all like a process. It all kind of works hand in hand for me.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting right there. And you say like the crowd part. Like, how do y'all like put a focal point into the two stepping? The dances and the slides and stuff like that, or is that just something that just come along with it?
No, at this point it comes second nature. I fell
Mm-hmm.
in love with like the line dance culture
Mm-hmm.
prior to even becoming a Southern Soul artist. So that was something that I was already kind of hip to when I came in. I was like one of the first artists to incorporate line dancers on stage.
Okay.
Like literally right before it started blowing up. Honestly, you know,
Okay.
like people been doing that for years
Hmm.
that people didn't know. It's like the world is catching on late, to be
Right.
honest. But that that is like just it just comes second nature. Me and my steppers, shout out to the KB steppers.
Shout
We
out to
do this,
them.
can do this in our sleep. Like
Hmm.
literally, we dance and laugh and sing and vibe all day long. And
Yeah.
so just being able to do that for other people where they can share in the joy of what we love to do is really
Hmm.
like magical. I'm gonna be honest.
That's amazing right there. So, like, we kind of encapsulated Southern Soul as a whole, and then what you represent in it. But what does Southern Soul represent to you?
So Southern Soul, we LOL, we like to call it R&B gospel.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
R&B gospel to us because it just has that feel. You know, even if you're not a gospel person or somebody that goes to church, but you know what I'm talking about when
Hmm.
a gospel song is playing and you just get that feel.
Yeah.
You might not even know who they singing to or what they singing about, but it just got that thing in it that just make
Yeah.
you feel something. That's
Might not
what
even know
Southern
all the
Soul.
words.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Southern Soul is. It's like it's literally Southern, and it's filled with soul. It has that get up. Let me get up, and whether it's you want to get up and clean up, or you want to get up
Hmm.
and turn up, or you want to
Yeah.
go out have a good time, or you want to be in love with your person. It has so many different
Hmm.
dynamics to it, which is why I love being a part of it. And it's like music that the whole family can enjoy. A lot of genres are specific to one type of, you know, one certain type of age group of people.
Yeah.
But this it's like a variety. And then all of the young people that are now starting to come into the genre, they're bringing something new, like a new light and a new swag to what we've always loved. And so every day is something new that you think of,
Hmm.
or you hear a new song. Like the genre is just growing so much. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
That's nice. That's nice right there. Like, excuse me. I think like my first introduction to that, like, like the trail ride kind of thing like that, and I was kind of shocked, just to see like that
It be lit.
that I'm talking about. Wow, I didn't
It be
know,
lit.
I did not know. I was just out there helping somebody and supporting them for they business out there. They had a tent up, they fried chicken and all of that kind of stuff, and then it got
Right.
dark out
It's
there.
like one big barbecue, like one big
Yeah,
cookout, family cookout.
yeah, that's crazy. All right, excuse me, real quick. Okay, so what motivates you to keep creating music in general? Southern soul, or just you you find yourself writing from time to time and stuff like that. What's something that inspires you to keep on creating?
Yeah, it's a few things. For one, my children, they like my biggest motivation. I came from a musical family. Me, my mom, and my brother. We had a group growing up, the Menifee Trio, and
Mhm.
so it was kind of instilled in me at a very young age. You know, this entertainment life.
Yeah.
I haven't worked in like 2 years, and so just being on the grind and being able to do what like my gift, like I feel like this is my place in this world, is to share my gift with the world. And so that always motivates me. And then, just like the younger girl in me that always wanted to do this and always wanted to have this platform, I feel like I owe it to her to keep doing my thing, because we've done so much more for so much less.
Yeah.
Just operating out of passion. So God has provided me the opportunity to be able to do this full time and to create some, financial some wealth for my kids when
Mhm.
I'm gone. And that's really the joy of it. And then it's like I love it. So it's not work. It never feels like work.
Yeah.
I'm always ready to get up and go hit that stage every time.
Okay.
Every time.
I like that. I like that. I noticed that it's a lot of rhythm when we doing what we love, because
Right.
sometimes if it don't come natural to us, it's gonna be hard for us to feel it as artists, and then it's gonna
Right.
be hard for the listeners as fans or even people that go to the trail rides. It's gonna be hard for them to feel it if you don't have that rhythm and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So what's some places you get your rhythm from?
Um, let me see. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like it all just comes from within, to be honest. Like, because different places you go create different vibes and it gives you a different
Hmm.
type of energy everywhere that you go.
Yeah,
So, other than the good energy that I already come with, I kind
yeah.
of feed off like the event, the actual
Hmm.
event. Like, because like you said, it's like one big family cookout. We go out
Yeah.
there, we taking pictures, we
Hmm.
trying new vendors, and they got new music that you haven't heard of from the
Yeah.
DJs. The
Hmm.
the trail riders and the line dancers, they show love. They know your songs. They
Yeah.
doing it's all like a vibe. Like it all kind of works together for me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 That's a overview right there. So what's a message in your artistry or music that you want your listeners to understand?
So let's see if I could like go from music to words to my
Hmm.
fans.
Yeah.
I just would like listen to my music when you trying to get your vibe right,
Okay. Yeah.
because I make a lot of like fun music. I got two step, here to party, shot
Hmm.
o'clock. Like
Yeah.
it's like happy stuff, good
Yeah.
day, let's vibe. Like it's all like trying to get yourself into happy spirits. Cause that's always where I am with it when I create it. I don't really hear a lot of like sad. I don't get a lot of inspiration for sad music, struggle
Okay.
music. And
Okay.
no shade to the people that do, but I like to always have some kind of light at the
Hmm.
end of the tunnel as a message in my music. Even just like the grown man, like I need a grown man, or
Yeah.
whatever it is, whether it's love or turning up or just your day to every day to day. But I just want y'all to always feel that light, feel that energy. And if y'all when y'all create videos, reach out to me, send them to me, tag me. I love to see that stuff. That stuff really puts the battery in my back.
Okay.
Say she needs
I
somebody.
need somebody that's gon' treat me right.
Say she needs somebody.
I need somebody that's gon' love me all night. Don't want no part-time lover, no one night stand. I'm a grown woman, I need a grown
Say
man.
she needs
I need
somebody.
somebody that's gon' treat me right.
Say she needs
I need
somebody.
somebody that's
Okay. All right. All right. So I see a upcoming event. Got 810 Studios up there on that thing. You rocking on the breeze.
We outside. We outside.
All
Clinton.
right. So what's some emotions or some thoughts that you got coming into that? And how did it?
Well,
Yeah. How
for
did
one, what you
yeah? How
say,
did
friend?
this like? Yeah. How did this like? How did that come about? Like you being like hooked on to the breeze.
So for one, I'm a Carolina girl, so I
Hmm.
always love getting booked in North Carolina. That's like my home state. I'm from Roanoke Rapids, which is like
Yeah.
a couple hours from Clinton,
Hmm.
but it's still North Carolina. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
North Carolina got a vibe of its own, no matter what city it is, and so that's
Hmm.
one of my favorite things, to come home and be able to do that at home.
Yeah.
I was linked in to this show through my friend Lala.
Hmm.
She's a promote what she does, a lot of behind the scenes work as well. And
Hmm.
she always sends me opportunities that, people that are looking for artists or whatever the case.
Yeah.
And so when she hit me up about it, I was like, yeah, I happen to be open that day. And so we just locked it
Hmm.
on in and we're gonna go from
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Okay. So what's something that we could come to see and be expecting when we see Miss Joquelle on that stage at the
Now
breeze?
you ain't gonna tear it up now. CharMeka Joquelle.
Okay. Okay.
No, no, for real. People tear my name up so bad out here. I done heard all kind of stuff. CharMeka Joquelle, Charmaine, Carmelo, Shamika,
Mm-hmm.
Jaquila, Jalik, all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
I try to go ahead on and let people know, but it's not your fault.
Okay.
It was my mama's fault. But no, an honorable mention is I'm the only Charmeka Joquelle in the whole wide world, the whole world. So, kudos, shout out to my mama. She did
Yeah.
that. But y'all just come out, pull up on me, and we gonna have a good time. Bring the good time with you, cause that's what I'm gonna do. Okay,
Yeah.
and we gonna have a good time regardless. But it's always better when you pull up. So,
It
North
is.
Carolina, I hope y'all show up and show out, cause I'm ready.
Okay. So like in the future, outside of this event right here, like what's some of the things we can come to expect for you? Like what we thinking about an album? We got some more singles. What we got some more
I'm not an
music.
album girly. I prefer
Okay.
to drop singles because I don't want nothing good to get missed or looked over. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to y'all slow and steady, one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do have some new music. I have for the majority of the rest of this year, the new music that I have coming out are features. I took
Okay.
this year to knock out all the people that wanted to work with me because
Mm-hmm.
I'll be waiting forever, and I like to, be work withable, for lack
Mm-hmm.
of better words. I got me and my brother, my blood brother. We had two-step drop this year. My most recent drop is Shot O'Clock. You can find some of my newer music under my first and last name, which is CharMeka.
Mm-hmm.
But normally when you type Charmeka, all of my stuff comes up. Some of it is under Charmeka Joquelle, and then some of it is under Charmeka Menifee. I got a couple award shows that I'm going to be attending this year. The
Okay.
inaugural Carolina Soul Music Awards that's happening in
Okay.
Columbia, South Carolina, November the 2nd.
Okay.
I believe it is, and the AMG Awards in Atlanta the
Uh-huh.
weekend of December the 6th.
Yeah.
All of those, both of those shows are available to purchase tickets. You can
Mm-hmm.
find them on Eventbrite and Ticketmaster, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on the second one.
Okay.
It's the first Carolina Soul Music Awards, powered by King George Music Group. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that they, plan to do each year. And I have been nominated,
Oh,
so
we
I
got a
will be.
nomination.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
what's
for
that
best female
nomination?
artist. At the AMG Awards,
Mm-hmm.
I had two nominations there, and I will also be performing there. So, if that's something that you like, find you a nice gown and pull up on me.
Okay.
Other than that, I try to be good with like posting my flyers and things, the places where I'm going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're a new follower of mine, or if you already locked in, just keep stay and locked in on my social media pages. I use Facebook the most, but
Mm-hmm.
I show love to Instagram and TikTok as well when I remember. Praise the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But just stay tapped in, stay locked in, keep streaming the music. I'm not one of those artists that are unreachable. So if at any time you like want to inbox me or reach out to me, just to tell me how much you enjoy my music, I really enjoy getting those messages. So yeah, and then you can find me anywhere, all digital streaming platforms under Charmeka Joquelle or
Yeah.
Charmeka Menifee.
Okay. Okay. All right. I like that right there. That's
Mhm.
that's some media training right there. Y'all can see that. That's on live full display right there. So this grind music repeat, where really, if it ain't about music, we really can't use it. So at the end of this show, we like to close it out. So like, if you got somebody you want to send some love to, go ahead and shoot it on to
Oh, let me send some love to my mom,
them.
my steppers, my brother, my babies, my family, King George Music Group, but most
Hmm.
importantly, to all my fans that are playing the music, putting those dollars in my pocket, and just that's the way y'all show y'all appreciation to me.
Hmm.
If you can't make all the shows, even if you just playing the music, let me get my streams, share it with your family and your friends and stuff like that. Cause it's
Hmm.
all love, it's all full circle. When I can't wait to meet all of y'all
Yeah.
at the shows, get our pictures and all of that stuff. So shout out to all of y'all, everybody, everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's love right there, yeah. I want to
Yes.
thank you for coming on Grind Music Repeat, rocking with us up here. On a day like this, it's beautiful out there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I wish you just great prosperity on your journey. I pray
Thank
that
you.
you keep evolving as an artist. I pray that you keep growing as a performer, and I pray you just keep running it up out there. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Doing your
right.
thing like
Thank
that.
you.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I'm Draquan with Grind.Music.Repeat. Where if it ain't about music, we really can't use it. We go live on Facebook. We stream on YouTube. We stream on Twitch also. So you can catch us on the Roku channel. We
Oh.
rocking. Yeah.
Can I
Oh
say
yeah.
something before we go? I
Let's
will
go.
be a part of Anthony Q. He's doing a House of Soul or House of Blues, like one of them board in the house of the mental house board
Hmm.
series. He's gonna be on live stream for 30 days,
Yeah.
working on his new album, and I will be a part of that this weekend. So if you've been tuned into that, I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. So
Hmm.
tune in again and
Yeah.
kind of you can get a more intimate feel of what we do in the studio and how the creating process happens. Just an
Oh yeah.
honorable mention.
That's it right there, yo. And always like, share, and subscribe, yo. Drop something down there in the comment section because we try to Grind Music Repeat every day of the week.